Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles and I am Bob. Hello Bob, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about clarity is a practice.
Am I going to like this?
No, you probably won't.
Yeah, I just got a feeling if there's anything like practice and it means like work.
Well, it doesn't have to be, Bob.
Yeah, anyway, let's see. Might even just go and take myself for a little nap.
Well, you do whatever you feel you need to do.
I know that you don't really mean that.
No, not really, I don't. So when you take the time to truly understand what matters most to you, what aligns with your values, your purpose, and the kind of life you want to live, you naturally begin to let go of everything that doesn't serve that vision. The endless pursuit of things that don't align with who you are starts to fade.
Oh, yeah, but how? If I have but one day to live, please take me to a dance competition because they last forever. Forever.
Many of us have had expectations that perhaps may have been our parents, our caregivers who may thought that they were being helpful by telling you which road to take.
Who knows what they want to do at 15 anyway?
I know, exactly. Young people having to make important life decisions like that.
Well, it's any wonder then, isn't it, how to have clarity then? Is it just me or does no one disappear in the Bermuda Triangle anymore?
Might be full, Bob. So, young kids being encouraged to making life decisions career-wise will generally lead to doing something that is merely a road, but maybe not a heart's calling.
Oh, yeah.
And as you get older...
Much older. Look, I can only please one person a day, and today isn't your day. Tomorrow doesn't look any good either.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
It's all right.
You stop chasing validation, distractions and superficial goals because you finally have a clear sense of your own direction.
Well, hopefully. Have you ever looked at someone and knew the wheel was turning but the hamster was dead?
Yeah, coffee couldn't help that one either.
Yeah.
But without that clarity, life quickly becomes overwhelming. Everything starts to feel like noise, constant, chaotic and demanding your attention. You're pulled in a dozen different directions at once, trying to please others, meet expectations or simply keep up.
I may be wrong.
Yeah.
But it's highly unlikely.
Oh. So every decision feels like it carries immense weight, yet somehow still feels empty. Hashtag clarity is a practice. So you hesitate, second guess yourself or overcommit, and no matter which way you go, it feels like you're never getting anywhere meaningful.
My brain is giving me the silent treatment today.
Is it, Bob?
Yeah. And hey, have you ever played quiet tennis? It's the same as regular tennis, but without the racket. Get it? Without the racket? Ha!
That's good.
Yeah, I thought so.
So instead of being grounded in your own choices, you start to feel like you're living someone else's version of life, disconnected from your own truth. So all of this, what to do, does it ring a bell with you? What aligns with a woman when clarity is 20/20, for example, when the fog lifts and the mirror no longer lies? A woman aligned becomes a force that doesn't apologise. She sees, not just with her eyes, but with a soul sharpened by simply truth and a heart no longer blurred by compromise.
I have a friend who tried to take a selfie in the shower, but the image was too blurry. He has selfie steam issues. Yeah, all right, I'll let myself out now.
Maybe you should. So clarity strips away the noise. It removes the masks, the shoulds, the borrowed voices. She knows now.
All right, yeah, she knows now. Yeah.
So what doesn't feel like peace isn't hers to carry.
Choose clarity.
Yeah, exactly. What drains her delays her, and what honours her grows her.
Oh, yeah, I like that. What honours her grows her. Yeah, I like that.
So,
being a little older, I am very fortunate to have someone call and check on me every day. He's from India and is very concerned about my car warranty.
well, alignment isn't passive. It's deciding, not today, Satan. It's choosing clarity over and over. It's the stopping in the moment. She stops shrinking to fit rooms too small or dimming to soothe fragile egos.
That's the worst, man. What's the difference between an outlaw and an in-law? Outlaws are wanted.
Hey, some in-laws are lovely.
Yeah, whatevs, man.
It's when her no is sacred, her yes electric.
Yeah, man, I love being in the winner's circle. Hey, I'm against sex before marriage because it makes you late for the ceremony.
Oh, you're a shocker, Bob.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know, you know. Hashtag clarity is a practice. She aligns with purpose, with presence, with people who water her ideas, her dreams. In fact, just water her as a person, not take from her.
Yeah, leave it pedals, man, leave it pedals.
Righto. An applause?
Yeah, why not, I say, yeah.
She aligns with her own thinking, not the world's rush.
See, I like that. I missed primary school because 20 to 30 people were forced to give me a Valentine's card.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah.
So with rest, not burnout, with truth, not illusion, she meditates, and this is the best hack to get close to your higher self and get on track faster than fast.
Hey, do you meditate?
Yes, I do. Like I've said, it's the biggest and the best hack ever. It gives me clarity, especially if I'm focusing on a new something or I'm developing something new with the love of friends, family, associates that meet her when she rises, not where she was kept waiting. When clarity is 2020, she remembers she was never lost, only evolving.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, evolving can feel like you're lost. It's the in-between time while you're growing.
Oh, that's so true.
And importantly, she chooses only what mirrors her worth. Hashtag clarity is a practice. So when we are not clear, that's when it happens.
What happens?
You start saying yes to the wrong things.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong jobs that don't challenge or fulfill you, the wrong relationships that drain your energy rather than support your growth,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
the wrong goals that might look good on the outside but leave you hollow on the inside, and we can always sense that. You don't even realise it's happening at first. It sneaks in subtly, disguised as what you should do.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. But over time, the consequences build up, don't they? You find yourself exhausted, constantly frustrated, and wondering why nothing feels quite right, no matter how hard you try.
So what to do?
Well, start with quieting your mind. Meditate, and all your answers will come. Maybe not on the first day, maybe not on the next, but there will come a time where your mind will slow down, you'll slip into the void, and you'll have a knowing, a peace, and an idea. Life will start to reflect your inner world as above, as below, as within, as without. Some nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Close your eyes and just observe your thoughts. Don't judge them. Observe and come back to your breath. Come back to just relaxing. Maybe 5 minutes to start and then just build up. But everything changes once you get clear, and that's really the only way to get clear is to get still. And then you'll discover what really, truly matters to you if you don't already know.
Yeah, so true.
With that clarity, life doesn't necessarily become easy, but it does become easier.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Yes, I will.
Your choices become more intentional. You can say no without guilt. You start moving with purpose instead of just going through the motions. You stop surviving and you start actually living. And there is a difference. And when you're doing it, you know it. You go, okay. Because when you know what's truly important, you stop wasting your energy on what isn't.
Geronimo, if you're single, just have patience. Your soulmate is almost done with their divorce papers.
Nice, Bob, nice.
Yeah, well, you know, it's probably true.
Gaining clarity in real life amidst the relentless noise and chaos of modern, fast-paced living is both a profound challenge and an essential pursuit. Clarity isn't just about mental focus, it's about creating inner stillness.
Yeah, see, that creating the inner stillness thing.
Yeah, that is the basis, and it works. Knowing what truly matters and navigating life with intention instead of reactivity. Hashtag clarity is a practice. It's that split-second hijack where something small, a tone, a look, a message hits a nerve, and suddenly you're not choosing your response anymore. You're inside it. Words come out sharper than you meant. Your body tenses. Later you replay it and think, oh God, why did I react like that?
Geez, I thought it was just me.
No, we can all get caught up in it, and we know it. We realise that we have just overreacted.
What to do?
Well, just don't stay there too long.
You always say that.
Well, yeah, because you will react sometimes. You're human. It will happen, but just don't stay there too long.
Yeah, okay, all right, I get it now.
First, interrupt the momentum, not the emotion. Trying to shut feelings down usually backfires. Instead, slow the process just enough to regain choice. A breath that's longer. on the exhale. A pause before replying, even saying, I need a minute, is a power move. It is, yeah. I need a minute is a power move. Space is not avoidance, it's regulation.
And we like power moves.
Yeah, we do. So name what's happening internally, something like, I'm triggered, or I'm feeling defensive, or a bit hard there, or this is old stuff that's just coming back up. Like, what's going on with me really?
Wait on, you ask yourself that really?
Yeah, I really do. I ask the expert, that's me. I ask myself. I say, hey, whoa, what's going on there, Linda?
Oh, okay.
It kind of stops everything from reeling out of control. It literally stops it. Awareness, I'm awake in that moment. Labelling doesn't fix the feeling, but it pulls you out of the fog and back into the observer seat.
I was thinking my soulmate probably a Jehovah's Witness and I never opened the door.
You may have dodged a bullet there, Bob.
Yeah, true.
You're no longer just a reaction, you're the one noticing it. And I like being in the observer seat. And I'd say get curious instead of righteous. Booyah! Reactivity loves to be right. Responsiveness prefers to understand. Ask yourself, what am I actually protecting right now? Often it's not the situation, it's a need for, say, respect or safety, for being seen, or it might just be tapping on an old wound.
The old wound, that's a biggie, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be, yes. Something that needs more processing.
Will that hurt?
Well, it could mean a few tears, feeling uncomfortable, let it flow out of you, and then it's done. When you do that, the intensity usually drops, and in many cases is just gone for good. #clarity is a practice.
I hate it when you offer someone a sincere compliment on their moustache and suddenly they're not your friend anymore.
Oh, I can see you're in one of those moods.
I am?
Yeah, you're being Bob.
Well, I am Bob.
Yes, you are. So here's a detailed exploration of how one can gain clarity in the real world. Clarity in a modern civilization can be understood in a few different but interconnected ways depending on the context: philosophical, social, technological, or psychological. Here's a breakdown to help make some sense of it.
Here's the breakdown.
Thanks, Bob.
It's all right.
Practice response scripts when you're calm.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, take time to practice. You can't invent wisdom in the heat of the moment. Decide ahead of time how you want to respond when triggered. Make notes if you have to. Let me think about that and I'll get back to you. Or, that landed wrong, can we reset? Having these ready turns reactivity into a trained reflex instead of a wild one. Or you can say these in different forms to yourself, like, I don't say that to myself anymore. Nope, I'm not going down that road again, and replace it with a more uplifting statement like, I'm feeling better within myself bit by bit every day. Keep it real simple. That's all you need. Don't underestimate the simplicity of it. It feels so calming on an anxious brain.
Time might be a great healer, but it's also a lousy beautician.
All right?
Yeah.
In a world of complexity, ambiguity and rapid change, people often seek clarity about purpose. Why are we doing what we're doing? What matters?
I don't approve of political jokes. I've seen too many of them get elected.
Then there's the truth. What is real versus what is constructed or manipulated or invented?
Aren't they just lies?
Well, in most cases, yeah. Values. What principles should guide our actions?
Hey, how do you get a Pikachu on the bus? You poke him on. I get it. Poke him on, yeah. It's funny.
Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. So modern civilization is often overwhelmed by noise, information overload. You've heard all of these things, competing narratives and fast-paced change. So clarity becomes a pursuit of truth and meaning in a chaotic world.
All the more reason to have clarity.
That's right. Information clarity. Yeah, so...
Yeah, all right. Yeah, inform me.
In our digital age, clarity refers to the accurate and accessible presentation of information, distinguishing facts from misinformation.
I remember a time when there was no such thing as misinformation and fake news and all.
Yeah, I know. That's it. This is it. We're in a very different world now. Communicating clearly in business, media, and education. Simplifying complexity so it's actionable and understandable. As data becomes more abundant, clarity is power. Those who can process and explain complex things clearly can lead and influence more effectively.
You take away the looks, money, intelligence, charm and success, and really there's no real difference between me and George Clooney.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So we must discuss psychological clarity.
We must?
Yes, we must. On a personal level, clarity involves self-awareness, knowing your goals, your values. You've got to know what they are and know yourself, your emotions.
Self-awareness is a biggie for sure.
Yes, you have to be clear about what you're going for, that you're not floating along aimlessly and doing any old thing. You must know what you value and have a good hold on your emotions as in not letting your reactions be your way of navigating life.
Because you have goals and
an understanding of who you are and who you can be. With mental focus, you're avoiding distraction and confusion.
It's just too easy to be distracted and start wasting time, losing time down a path that can steal so much of your valuable time. Again, be clear on what it is you really, really, really want.
Yes, without a doubt. That way you're not swayed easily on another venture that isn't aligned with your values, say.
Oh, yeah, I get it. All right, yeah.
So therefore, your decision-making, you can see through emotional fog to make sound choices.
Yeah, you don't stay the emotional fog being all emotional and...
Foggy?
Yeah. My wife just found out I replaced our bed with a trampoline. She hit the roof.
Right.
Yeah.
Hashtag clarity is a practice. In a civilization that constantly demands attention, psychological clarity is a form of mental freedom.
Oh, yes.
Consider societal and cultural clarity.
What's that?
Well, clarity in laws, having clarity in rights and systems so people know where they stand, clear boundaries between ethics and corruption, liberty and control, transparency in government, corporations and institutions.
Dreaming, aren't you?
Well, possibly. Without it, mistrust and division grow. More than ever, we can see the importance of having boundaries, if only for some kind of protection and a sense of fairness and safety.
Their first daughter was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Now they're hoping for triplets so they can get the whole set.
Nice.
Yeah.
So clarity in modern civilization means cutting through complexity, chaos and contradiction to find truth, whether in your own life, in society or in the systems around us.
I feel so hard.
I used to feel like that once upon a time. Understand what noise really is.
I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Took a day off. Yeah, calendar factory.
Good on you. Noise isn't just loud sounds or distractions. It's everything that clouds your own inner vision.
Oh, yeah, righto.
External noise, social media, 24/7 news cycles, workplace demands, digital notifications and other people's expectations. Then you have the inner noise, overthinking, your own unrealistic expectations perhaps, fear, self-doubt, unresolved emotions and the mental clutter of tasks. Before you can clear the noise, you have to identify what's creating it for you.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
So you've got to create, if you have to start with, perhaps micro moments of stillness.
This is the meditation bit, yeah.
No, well, not necessarily, Bob. You don't need to retreat to the mountains to find clarity. Even in a busy life, you can carve out micro moments of stillness. Start the day with just breathing in silence, no time frame, any amount of time to start off is a start. And pause before you respond.
It's remembering to pause, isn't it?
Yeah, because in conversations or when facing a decision, take a breath before reacting. This pause creates space for clarity. So you've got, like a daily decompression.
Yeah, will that hurt?
Well, use transitions, say before sleep, during commutes, to unplug and check in with yourself. Again, it sounds so simple, and especially if you haven't done it ever before or not for a long time. Stillness doesn't have to be long. It just needs to be consistent.
Consistency is key.
Yeah, love yourself enough to do it for yourself. If you could do it for someone you cared about, you'd do it, wouldn't you, in a heartbeat? So how about love yourself to do it for yourself?
I heard the phrase practice mental hygiene. Is that even a thing?
Well, yeah, like physical hygiene, mental clarity comes from daily habits.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Journaling, writing down your thoughts, feelings, tasks. It just clears out all the mental clutter, like write it down. How it all feels. It's for your own eyes only. Just how it feels. You will improve over time. Even 5 minutes of brain dumping can reveal patterns or priorities.
That's the thing, isn't it? You start seeing patterns and you have a eureka moment and then you take your power back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Meditation, any amount of time a day helps your brain to process the overload, improve your focus. When I first started after forgetting to, literally just got out of sync, I could hardly sit still for 10 seconds. I would think about things I suddenly need to just check on in that moment, which of course is rubbish. It's just the monkey brain going nuts. Give yourself time to get used to just being still, that's all.
Hey, my IQ test results came back. They were negative.
Oh, better luck next time, Bob.
Oh, I thought that's quite good.
Digital boundaries, limit screen time, mute notifications. In order to slow down, your information intake has to slow down too. Clarity cannot exist in constant interruption. Hashtag clarity is a practice. Reconnect with your core values, as in what are your truest values.
Yeah, well, what are values?
Well, a person's values are their core beliefs, Bob, and principles that guide how they think, choose and behave. They're the "this really matters to me" stuff, the internal compass behind decisions, priorities and reactions.
Oh, I'm so glad I asked.
So shut up, Bob. Clarity comes from alignment when life feels chaotic. It's often because you're pulled in directions that don't serve your true self. It happens to any of us easily. So when your actions and values are in sync, clarity naturally follows.
That's what we want, clarity, baby.
And another important one is, if we are to have clarity, is to say no more often.
Yeah, they say that.
Clarity comes not just from what you add, but from what you subtract.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Say no to commitments that don't bring you energy or purpose. Say no to toxic relationships, unrealistic demands, or the urge to always be productive. And, of course, a really obvious one is, wherever you can, get out into nature. You know, look at the trees and the sky and whatever it is, a lake, whatever you're looking at, even a local park. They're just beautiful spaces there to be used, and it does ground you and it does slow you down. You know, get your dog out for a walk. So how many of us make time for reflection? If you really want clarity, regular reflection is essential. For it to be long-term. Weekly check-ins, what's working, what's not, what needs to change. Monthly resets, review your goals. Yearly visioning, reconnect with your big picture, where you're headed and why. Without reflection, it's just too easy to drift into distraction.
True.
So here's a final thought. Clarity is a practice. It's not a destination. You need to do it for the rest of your days, but you've got to start somewhere. You won't achieve perfect clarity once and for all. It's a daily act of choosing what matters, quieting the noise and coming back to centre. More reactivity, then you need to just slow it down and as I say, take that pause.
Hey, what do you call a dog with no legs? Doesn't matter what you call him, he's not coming.
So clarity is often mistaken as something we momentarily strive for, an occasional mental exercise to gain understanding or solve a problem. But true clarity is far more than a fleeting practice. It's a way of being, a way of living, and ultimately a reward granted to those who dare to think higher, deeper, and more truthfully.
And that's us.
And that is us for another week.
But it cannot be so.
It is, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, we will.
So, say good day to the family for me. Give the dog a bone, and we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then, bye.
Bye!